Glad to have you with us from Malone Stadium in Monroe, Louisiana. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd and the UL Monroe Warhawks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Warhawks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups.
There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Westbrook. Hard running there. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to... Some room entered to the goal line. And he rolls into
tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. He marched 78 yards down the field, and he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Marshall Thundering Herd has the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Turner. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires on the move. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Breaks into the open. Line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The run inside. It's Jamison. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. Now the toss. Showing off the arms. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gives it on the option. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Westbrook. Could not make his way to the corner. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like, I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him.
Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got a little grass. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Warhawks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Warhawks!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Dropping back, it's Turner. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Swings it out to the flat. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good...
He's going to throw deep right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Warhawks are in the hurry up. They'll go right back to the run. Runs through a tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And the Warhawks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Offense in the hurry up.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man.
Maybe some room here. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll go right back to him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Warhawks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Buckeyes in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Malone Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Thundering Herd head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Okay, Holly. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Marshall doing damage through the air, and now back to work.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now. Let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Marshall quick to the line. Back to throw, it's Turner. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. 1st down.
The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Off play action. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll send out the kicker here. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. provides the option. He keeps it. Turning it on. He's at the 30. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Turner. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Makes the grab in their space. He's at the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Marshall!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The option, the keeper. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On the move. Might have a chance. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a...
There he goes. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Finds a little space, and they get him down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the...
He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught.
It's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary, just a toe tap and get 1 yard. We got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
Dropping back, it's Turner. Makes a catch. Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Boston. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Unloads quickly. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south, and somehow...
Touchdown, Hurd! And they add 6 more to the board with that. Mouse.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the
shifts all the time, all of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Warhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Grab behind the line. It's Howard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Warhawks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's in open space downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Westbrook. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Gives it on the option. There's a little room there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Warhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Run in the red zone. It's Walker. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. The Warhawks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. On the run, it's Walker. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Got enough space. Touchdown, Warhawks. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Turner. Snagged out of the air. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can...
Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
On the play. Second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Marshall quick to the line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
Looking for a man. It's Turner. Steps away. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Lining up for the onside kick. Just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick. David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
'49 awareness. Does he even know he plays football? 5 picks. It's awesome.
Hmm.